Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. The great power outage disaster of 2021 is finally over. It took 110 hours before they restored power, fixed the poles that were down, and here we are. It wasn't all that bad. We had gas generators running and we pumped some water manually from the well, but it felt good to take a shower again. And now that I'm all cleaned up, I'm back with another list video. Because list videos get views, baby. And I'm all about those views. I'm not joking. Anyways, today's list is going to be 5 knives that almost made it into my Knife of the Year videos, but for one reason or another just didn't. So yeah, let's get right into this. But before I do, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe down below. According to my channel analytics, over 70% of you that watch aren't subscribed. Hit the subscribe. We'll be doing giveaways at 500 subs and 1,000. So I think right now, at the time I'm recording this, I'm at 402. So keep that in mind. You might get something nice. I'm bribing you. All right, so with all that goofiness out of the way, let's go ahead and get into these knives. The first knife I want to talk about is the CGRB Feldspar in AR RPM 9. Why didn't this make my best budget knives of 2021 list? Because the Feldspar didn't come out in 2021. This version, as far as I know, did. The AR RPM 9 version came out in 2021, and it's very different than the original Feldspar. The handles aren't contoured, blade steel's different, obviously. The colorways you can get in are different, but I feel like that was kind of cheating because the Feldspar's been out so much, and I do love the Feldspar design. It's one of my favorite knife designs, period, ever. But, you know, I didn't feel like I could put it on the list. So, great knife, fantastic knife. You should pick one up. I love AR RPM 9 steel. Great stuff. But, this knife did not make the cut, just because technically that model has come out already. Next knife that didn't make the cut. The Rough Rider Reserve Rhino toe. So why didn't this one make the cut? Because it almost did. In fact, this knife was on the list. But then I got the Swell Center Whittler. That knife blew this one out of the water. I do love this knife. This is a fantastic knife. Great Wharncliffe blade. Fantastic for utility cuts. Love the blue micarta. Very hand-filling. But, you know, the ergonomics on the Swell Center Whittler work better for me. The action is a little bit better on the Swell Center Whittler. This guy has quite a little bit of a pull, and if you don't have a thumbnail, you're not getting it out. And, you know, I just felt like the Swell Center Whittler was better all around. Still a fantastic knife, just didn't make the cut. Another one that almost didn't make almost made the cut, but didn't, was the CIVI Riffle. And I'm honestly really surprised I didn't put this on the list, because I love this knife. And this was on the list for a long, long time. This one, I love the CIVI Riffle. It's a good knife, 14C28N, great blade steel. CIVI does a great job with it. I wish they would use this instead of their Nitro V. I'm not a big fan of CIVI's Nitro V. I know a lot of people like Nitro V, but I don't know. I've only ever experienced CIVI's Nitro V, and I just don't like it that much. I think 14C is far superior in almost every way. But anyways, great stuff. The ergos on this knife are nice. The action is pretty nice. But this got bumped out by the CIVI Hadros, which was surprising because I didn't like the Hadros at first. I think the reason why is for one, the scales, the micarta scales on the Riffle, I have dyed these ones. They're not the best micarta. It's just kind of bleh. And the next thing, this flipper tab. I do not like this flipper tab at all. It works all right, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of dumb looking and a little bit awkward. You know, it's one of those things where if you're a knife guy trying to explain to someone, they're going to think you're crazy. Like, aren't all flipper tabs the same? No, I don't like this one. The reverse flicking action on this knife is far superior. And the main reason I think the Hadros knocked this out of the spot is because this is kind of a generic looking knife. I think it looks good, but it is kind of generic looking. Love the Riffle, I really do. If I'd had an 11th place, this would have been on there. In fact, I honestly don't know why I didn't put this. The only reason I didn't put this at number 10 was because the Best Tech Sledgehammer that I did put there, I appreciated it for being kind of unique, and so it kicked this guy out, but there we go. Another knife that almost made it. The CGRB Cylix, whatever, designed by Dylan Mallory. This is a fantastic knife. A great all-around utility knife. Very, very good. Great ergos, looks good, fantastic in a kitchen or outdoors. I like this knife a lot. Two things kept it from being on the list. Number one, I didn't do a review or an unboxing video for this knife. And so I felt it'd be kind of weird to just have it show up on my Knives of the Year all of a sudden when it hasn't been shown before on the channel. The review will be coming out soon. I filmed most of the review, but you know, it just hadn't come out by the time the Knives of the Year videos came out. And the other thing too is the sheath. Or the sheath itself is good. It's Kydex, it's a nice sheath, good retention. But out of the box, it comes with this stupid, like, they want you to neck carry this 5-inch long bladed knife. No, you can't put a tech lock on here, and I will. But, you know, the fact that they don't include any kind of tech lock or belt attachment, I just didn't like that very much. So that's why it didn't make it. Everything else about the knife, I love. This is a fantastic knife. Really, really awesome. Highly recommended. But the sheath kind of was a downer, in my opinion. And the last knife we're going to talk about was not going to be a budget knife of the year. This is going to be an overall knife of the year. Tucson Megalodon. I love this knife. Look at that. That's just a gorgeous knife. And the only reason it didn't make it on the list is because I decided to do a top 10 or a top 5 knives of the year instead of a top 6. That's the only reason why it wasn't included. But otherwise, this is just a gorgeous knife. And the action's amazing. The blade is good. Really, really nice. Really nice knife. Love the Tucson Megalodon, designed by Jelly Jerry. And, real quick, something I forgot to say in my overall knife of the year video is I want to give a shout out to Concept. They came out with a lot of designs in 2021 that I thought were so good. I didn't get to get my hands on a lot of them. This knife is compliments of some friends of mine. But I did want to give them a shout out, and I just didn't get around to it. This is the Hell X, by the way. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of these picks, and I'll see you